Look around today and you see a society exhibiting acute systemic distress. Social isolation is skyrocketing. Political polarization is paralyzing institutions. Ideological terrorism operates freely. We are watching the biological cells of a once healthy organism turn against each other and dissolve into chaotic, uncontrolled movement. The sociologist Emil Durkheim diagnosed this specific condition as anomie. It occurs when a society can no longer provide common direction, leaving individuals stranded in an endless, boundless state of disappointment. Historically, civilizations thrived on positive liberty, social forces that integrated communities and demanded mutual obligation. Today, that has been replaced by negative liberty, forces that prioritize atomized independence over collective stability. This modern chaos is the logical outcome of a specific sociological failure. It represents a collapse of the West's societal immune system. The collapse accelerates through multicultural pluralism. By encouraging countless competing cultural identities within the same borders, society strips away the shared framework of meaning required to maintain its collective health. A unified people with a common purpose fractures into a mere population of disconnected individuals sharing no mutual loyalties. This individualistic fragmentation generates systemic blind spots. Without a cohesive defense, the host organism is left defenseless as aggressive foreign pathogens exploit these social gaps. Pluralism, continuously celebrated as a virtue, actually operates as a profound societal immunodeficiency. It invites systemic collapse. To understand civilizational health, we look to the Greco-Roman world. This was a historical peak of civic integration, where the organism operated at high efficiency. The binding mortar of that ancient, diverse monoculture was logos, the supremacy of reason and logic that unified distinct city-states under a shared civic framework. That stability was interrupted with the conversion of Emperor Constantine. He introduced a new element into the Roman bloodstream, Abrahamism. This ideology replaced civic loyalty with an irrational mythos. It functioned by installing a master-slave dynamic devoted to a single deity, overriding the collective logic that had sustained the empire for centuries. As this shift from logos to mythos took hold, it compromised the immune system of the classical world. The host was no longer fighting for its own survival. The terminal failure occurred in the year 415 CE. The setting was Alexandria, the intellectual capital and central nervous system of antiquity. At the center of this world was Hypatia. A mathematician and philosopher, she represented the final reservoir of classical reason in a city increasingly overcome by ideological dogma. An Abrahamic mob targeted her in the streets, scraping the flesh from her bones. In that moment, the intellectual unity of Alexandria fractured. The aftermath was a total systemic crash. With philosophy eradicated in Alexandria, the capacity for rational self-correction vanished, plunging the West into the Dark Ages. Alexandria didn't just lose a mathematician, it lost its immunity. This was the moment the viral load became terminal, and the classical organism finally died. Today, the West is attempting to fight this same ancient, mutating virus using a strategy of tolerance and multiculturalism. Biologically, using fragmented pluralism as a defense against a highly unified, aggressive dogma is a recipe for failure. The virus easily exploits the open vectors of a permissive society. Friedrich Nietzsche diagnosed this accommodating approach as a slave morality, a psychological state that breeds internal weakness within the population. Attempting to repel a unified pathogen with anomic pluralism is a form of civilizational suicide. Survival requires a shift in strategy. The West must abandon pluralistic tolerance and aggressively purge the ideological disease. The antidote is a diverse monoculture, a society strictly bound by the supremacy of reason and logic, with a total intolerance for faith-based irrationalism. We see this principle in community immunity, or herd immunity. A vulnerable individual is only protected if the vast majority of the surrounding population shares the exact same resistance to the contagion. When mapped onto sociology, a shared culture of reason acts as this protective barrier. It locks the society together, leaving no gaps for a faith-based virus to infect. By eradicating the irrational virus of Abrahamism And uniting under a rational monoculture, the West rebuilds its collective immune system,